Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 180. Hold his mic right there. Hold his mic. Here it goes. Ready?
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Newton now to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Cam, option left, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard loss, 4th down now.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. At their own 21.
Hey. Check. Mike's partner.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Bravo. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike, check.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check, 59. I got you, punk. Hey, easy. 59. Here we go.
Throwing is Stafford. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Drill right, 22. Hey, give me radar. Kill.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
180. Check the out. Zero. Hey, zoom. Alert.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Hey. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On first down, Stafford here. And that's complete. It's Green here. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Hey, wahoo! 44 is the mark. Go, come on, man. Pick it up.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
21. Mike's Omaha, ready to move. Shift. Go. Hey, easy. Reset. 44, Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
53, ready. 44 to Mike. 44 to
Back to throw, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. Let's see. They go with Chubb on second down. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, let go. Check Mike 50. Hey. All right. Here we go. Let's go, V. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike.
Now Stafford. Finding Green complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
We play to win. Let's go.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Like 7. Hey. Stay 50, stay 50. 44.
The first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it. Yeah, good luck for that, because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team. Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Out, easy, alert! 22! Hey, Charlie!
Throwing again. Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch, run. Stay 50, stay 50. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Kill.
Now Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get ready.
At the 34-yard line.
Alert!
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Kenny Galladay. It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that.
Here's Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Check it back. Check it back. And middle. 44. Mike, 44. Hey, watch the run. 44 is the Mike. Check. Watch the hop.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It's certainly
looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Stafford. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Stafford now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Mike's Bobo. 3 buzz. 44. Hey, easy. I'm scared.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
32.
Stafford on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 7, Stafford, he's going to air it. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 5-0. 44's mine. Hey. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Hey, exit.
From the gun, Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Blue 60. Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, easy. Double right.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Omaha, ready to move.
Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gun.
Now Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Get away from him. A little flare. 32. Like 7. Hey. Get him. You got him. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 Short has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Check 59. Hey, Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey, tighten down.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10.
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
10. White.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Real right, 22. Hey, Alpha. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Hey, easy. Mike. 32. Five. Tall, fellas, let's set a tone.
They go to Johnson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Keep it up, guys. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Set! 250! Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Switch up, switch up. Hey, 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 hey. Mike's back now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Right here. Jam.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Get off the field, defense. Check it out, Reed.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point.
Stafford. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Newton now to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check safety.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Green brings it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike's 59. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Bang, bang, bang. Hey. Middle. Hey. High 7.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check, 59.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Let's go, D. Double time. Hey. 4 down. Mike's 59.
From the red zone now, Stafford. His throw caught at about the 5. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? Right? 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Second down and goal. Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Stafford. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Gun.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now from Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
He'll look to throw. Finding Green complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Bandit. Hey. 5'9".
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Come on, Omaha, ready, move.
One last throw here for Stanford. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
17.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.